So everyone, 2020 has been a really, really, really bad year for a whole bunch of reasons. You know, I can go in and tell you about COVID-19, social unrest. I mean, we can speak ad nauseum about everything. Wakanda forever. But I now have the privilege of speaking with a legend, and to me this is like one of the great upsides for me personally, because I'm now getting an opportunity to speak with Mr. Errol Lewis, the person that has brought to us junior achievement, and this is, to me at least, one thing that's like one upside of what's going to be otherwise a really, really tough year. So Mr. Errol Lewis, welcome, and pleasure to have you with us here tonight.
Thank you very much for having me, and I wouldn't even be angry at you today since you're such a nice person for calling me Errol instead of J. Errol, but that's all right. Who's fussing?
Well, J. Errol, there we go. So for those of us, and we have like a little slide going on, for those of us who do not know junior achievement, why don't you tell us what junior achievement is, and tell us what it's about in Trinidad and Tobago.
Junior Achievement is a program that was started in the United States in 1919 and brought to Trinidad and Tobago in 1970. In fact, we were the first country outside of the Americas to have Junior Achievement as a standalone program in our society. Why did we bring JA to Trinidad and Tobago? In 1970, we had what we referred to as the Black Power unrest. It was a pivotal moment in our country, a time when change occurred. Prior to that, a lot of people felt as though they were not part of the process. They did not feel comfortable in business. They didn't feel as though they could access the commanding heights of the economy. And therefore, we introduced entrepreneurship as a component of learning and allowed the students to see that they can be as far as they can be.
How has the junior achievement model changed in recent times?
In recent times, we have adapted the model to suit the growth in the need in education, so that, in fact, we are not just now an after-school program, which is what we were introduced as. When we started Junior Achievement in 1970, it was an after-school program for fourth formers and fifth formers in the school system. Now, Junior Achievement can be found in any class in the education system in Trinidad and Tobago, from the entry level of your primary school student, where we will teach them about ourselves, where they will learn about saving, where they will learn about working in teams. We move from there right through the school system and go right up to teaching about financial literacy at the secondary school level, and even we do have some programs that have been used in the tertiary environment.
That's great. So you're reinventing yourself, you're extending your reach, and you're getting to more and more students. So that is impressive. Kudos to you. So today you're hearing a lot about digital upskilling and reskilling. What does that mean to you and to junior achievement?
That is natural to the language of junior achievement, because a couple of years ago, we started to place most of our programs in a digital environment to make it much more available to students across the world. In fact, we tested some of our programs in the digital environment. We had competitions among students in Trinidad and Tobago with a product that we had called Banks in Action, so that we allowed students to pretend as though they were banks in different parts of Trinidad and Tobago and compete with one another in a virtual environment. But when COVID-19 hit, we made the quantum leap and started to place most of our programs on a digital platform, so that our programs can now be available to any student in any classroom in any part of Trinidad and Tobago. Here's the problem. We need to bring the schools and we need to bring the students up to a level that they can access what is available. And I think that is one of our issues that we will talk about down the road.
Okay. Tell me about a particular project or initiative that you are proud of.
I am proud of several things that we've been able to do in Junior Achievement.
Yeah.
For instance, I'm proud of the fact that you were a student in Junior Achievement. I'm proud of the fact that several persons in our community, former Minister of Finance, Mariana Brown, was in Junior Achievement. I'm proud that Derek Chin was in Junior Achievement. I'm proud that we've been able to change the landscape of business because of Junior Achievement. I'm also proud of the fact that we have been sensitive to the needs of Trinidad and Tobago. So that in fact, what we did recently is partner with the Ministry of Labor and Cooperatives. And we introduced a program that taught Junior Achievement skills, but for cooperative education. We formed students in classrooms into small cooperatives, junior cooperatives. And these students worked like a real business and produced business. They produced products, they managed their business as a cooperative, investing in the company as a cooperative. Guess what happened? When we brought them into Woodford Square for the trade fair, one of those companies that is situated in an area that is not necessarily the best area you want to be at most of the time, they sold $10,000 worth of goods at the trade fair, outselling every other GA company in the country.
Wow, that's amazing. So we have a lot of people right here on this Zoom call. Any words of wisdom that you would share?
Words of wisdom. I will qualify that word wisdom because I don't know. But I will tell you this. JA is driven by two things: money and people. The more money we get, the more programs we can put in the school system. The more people we get volunteering, the more bodies, the more mentors we can put in the classroom. What is great about this digital environment now is that it has blown our volunteer base totally out of the system, in the fact that we can now have a person enter a classroom anywhere in Trinidad and Tobago from anywhere in the world. In other words, I can partner with any one of the panelists now, out of England, out of the United States like you, and I can put you in a classroom in Blanchisseuse for 1 hour per week for 5 weeks to teach a classroom, to show young people this is what I can become. This is who I am, and this is what you can become. And that brings a totally different level of experience to the student, to the classroom, to the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
That's really powerful, and I hope everyone is listening to that, right? You know, we have the ability through Zoom, through any type of infrastructure to just reach out and touch and have really powerful impact to folks around the country in T&T, and that could be really powerful. Mr. Lewis, what is the best way of reaching out to you, of having that impact, of how can someone contact you if they are interested?
We have our contact information is right now on the screen for Junior Achievement. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and the telephone number that we've had since 1970 has remained the same. 868-625-3175. Our website, info@jaott.org.
Very good. Everyone, if you can make a screenshot of this, or just write this down, or Google search Junior Achievement T&T, search it on Facebook or Instagram. But take this to heart. You can have so much impact if you can. I will say this much. I mentioned before I grew up in East Port of Spain. I'm from George Street, middle of town, and Junior Achievement was a very important support structure for me, and it made an impact in my life. And again, I applaud you for you. How long have you been at the helm at Junior Achievement?
Only 46 years plus.
Only 46 years. So I applaud you for being at the helm for 46 years and impacting the lives of hundreds or thousands of children in T&T.